welcome back. How do you think you did with these first conditional exercises? Well, let's check our answers and find out. So our first exercise asks us to fill in the blank in this if sentence with the correct verb forms. So let's look at it. If your homework, your teacher, happy. So this sentence is an example of the result of an action. If you complete this action, this will be the result. So now let's look at our answer choices and see which one fits in this meaning. So if I look at my three answer choices, I can already say that answer choice number 1, or A, is incorrect because I need to use the present simple tense in my if clause. So did is past tense, so I already know that this one is not correct. So now I know that it's going to be either B or C. So now I need to look at the meaning of the sentence. So if you do your homework, what will be the result of that action? Well, I know that if I do my homework, my teacher will be happy, because teachers are here to teach you. We want you to learn, and the best way for you to learn, or one of the best ways for you to learn, is if you're doing your homework regularly, you're studying regularly. So that makes me happy as a teacher. So if you do your homework, your teacher will be happy. So then let's look at our next example. It's almost the same. If your homework, your teacher, angry. So let's look at our example, or our answer choices again, and see if we can go ahead and cut one out because it's in the wrong tense. Don't do, do. All of those are correct present simple verbs. So I already know that now I'm going to have to just look at meaning. So what is going to result in my teacher being angry? Well, that's going to be don't do. Don't do. So I'm going to go ahead and cross off that last answer choice. So if I don't do my homework, my teacher will be angry because they're going to have to send me messages or call me to the office hours and say, why aren't you doing your homework? You need to be studying. Your grades are not good. Because that's our job as teachers. So here, I needed to look at that meaning. If I don't do my homework, my teacher will be angry. The result of that action of not doing something still has a result. Okay, let's move on. So if my friend free tonight, we out to dinner. Again, result of an action. If this action is met, then this is the result. So let's look at my answer choices. And again, I can go ahead and take off A because it's in the past tense. So then I need to look at meaning. If my friend is free tonight, we may go out to dinner. If my friend isn't free tonight, we may go out to dinner. Well, the only one that makes sense, that has the correct meaning, is this. If my friend is free, she doesn't have anything to do, right? She's not busy. Then the result is we may go out to dinner, right? If she isn't free, well, then we can't go out to dinner because she's got other plans. So we have to look at the meaning. If the result is met, then there is an action, right? Okay, next, here again, we have our result, but now my result clause, my if clause is here at the end of the sentence, and you'll notice there is no comma there. So if this action, this if clause is met, then the result is I to my village this weekend. So which of these answers, I'm going to start on this side, would allow me my village this weekend? Well, if I have or don't have, I think don't have, because if I have a lot of homework, then I won't be able to go to my village. But if I don't have a lot of homework, then I may go to my village, right? I have the option, the opportunity of going to my village. Are we starting to see how the meaning of if clauses work? I hope so. All right, now we have an example, again, of kind of a result clause, but also a little bit of advice. You can see how they interact with each other. But again, this if it is met, if you do this thing, this will be the result. And you see here we started with the if clause, so I do have a comma. So if you blank a lot of coffee during the day, you blank at night. So this is my keywords here. So what would happen during the day with coffee that would impact or cause a result at night? Well, this one's pretty easy because all of my second choices are the same. You won't sleep at night. So now I just need to see which of these if clause verbs are in the correct present tense. And that is if you drink. Because remember, you is plural always, so I don't need an S on my present simple verb. So if you drink a lot of coffee during the day, you won't sleep at night. That's some advice for all of you, as I drink a little bit of coffee. Don't care, it tastes good. I love it. Can't stop me. And here's our last example from these exercise. If we blank water wisely, smartly now, we blank problems in the future. So what do we need to do now so that something happens with problems in the future? So if we use, don't use, don't use. Let's try use. If we use water wisely now, we should face problems in the future. If I use it now, the meaning is not correct there. The form is correct, but not the meaning, right? So that tells me I need to say we don't use water wisely now. So I'm giving some advice to you. If we don't use water wisely now, we may face problems in the future, right? So I'm giving you advice. We need to use water wisely now because if we don't, we may face problems in the future. Okay, I hope this helped you to understand not just the form, but also the meaning of first conditionals, and that you were able to write some nice example sentences with if, finishing off these if sentences. So these were my examples. If you want to do well at university or college, you should study, and you want to be sure that that verb after study is in the infinitive form because study or should is a modal. So you should study hard and listen to your teachers. That's some good advice right there. If you want to get a good job in the future, you should get, again, infinitive verb, a degree from Sultan Qaboos University. You guys are already working towards that. Well done. If we want to reduce, lower the number of car accidents in Oman, the police must, and again, you see I've got my infinitive verb, give tickets to bad drivers. ROP is out to get you. If you want to live a long life, in this one you needed to complete that second clause, and remember, it should have a subject, a modal verb, and an infinitive verb. You should spend time with people who make you happy, right? I think I learned that from Sheikh Halfan. If we want to preserve or keep Omani culture, again, I have subject, modal verb, infinitive verb. We can listen to the stories of older people in our communities. Go talk to your grandparents. They've got lots of fun and exciting stories to tell you, right? Write them down, make a video, keep them for your children. Be fun. And finally, if you don't want to be unhealthy, who wants to be unhealthy? No one. You must not sit around all day playing Fortnite. Get off your couch. Go for a run, go for a walk, enjoy the nice weather. So again, we have this, if you don't want to be healthy, unhealthy, you should eat more fruits and vegetables, or you could have a negative activity. You must not sit around all day. All right, so I hope you had some cool sentences, some interesting things. Please do share those with your classmates and your teachers. And when we come back in the next video, we're going to be looking at how to revise our essays and the first conditionals that we have used there to support our opinions. So I'll see you in just a minute.